14. All your lovers have forgotten you. They care nothing for you. For I have dealt you the blow of an enemy, the punishment of a merciless foe. In the sixth book of Homer's Iliad, Sisyphus, the son of Aeolus, was punished for eternity because he dared to tie death down and eventually cheated death twice. His punishment by Zeus was to roll a boulder up a hill. Now, this was futile because each time Sisyphus neared the peak of the hill, the huge stone would roll down again. Commenting on this action, Albert Camus later writes, "A face that toils so close to stones is already stone itself. The futile effort is to be scorned." As futile as Sisyphus' task was, so also is the pleasure of sin. Our verse of interest, Jeremiah 30:14, was originally addressed to northern Israel. The wounds which the prophet speaks of are Zion's. Israel's lovers were her political friends, like Egypt and Assyria, who should have helped her in her time of difficulty. But they all deserted her and left her to her fate. The word for lovers in Hebrew is me'ahavim, and it appears thrice in the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 22:20, 22:22, and 30:14. They all refer to the political allies, Egypt and Assyria of northern Israel. Their friendship was conditional, their fidelity ephemeral, and their loyalty momentary. These nations were no better than fair weather and evanescent partners. God had warned Israel against allegiance with these nations, but she refused to heed God's voice. The friendship between Israel and the foreign nations often depicts the affinity between humanity and sin. Man is repeatedly lured by sin, and his effort to find happiness in sin often results in futility and a Sisyphean frustration. Not infrequently, sins of the flesh particularly promise companionship and solace, but end up leaving man desolate and destroyed, as does every mortal sin. Yielding to sin would always leave man in the bitter coldness of life outside of God's garden. The pleasure of sin is short-lived, yet its consequences are lasting. The more we seek happiness and fulfillment in wrong places, the more distant and fallen we will be in our search for that which gives life. However, there is something that can never be futile: our cooperation with God's grace. May we be able to say with St. Paul, "His grace in me has not been futile." 1 Corinthians 15:10. One with God is a majority. Shalom. God bless you.